PP new C which we had discussed. On similar track now I would want you all to, okay. So which was the parent class over here? Do we have that diagram? I guess that diagram, as we have shut down our, so we had animal, then we had cat and dog, and in cat we had Persian cat, right? This was the inheritance which we had documented. How is Oman progressing? Did Oman present? Okay, this was the hierarchy. So you all got to know what is PP and UC, right? Now you are comfortable with that, right? Please try to follow up on that concept, because that concept is used a lot in the industry, and you will realize later on as to what I am trying to say. Okay. So one point I want to discuss: if I have a function area and this function says return type void, what does this mean? What does this mean? Hmm? Yes, Umar? It will not return any value, right? What if it was int area? So if the integer radius is 5 and double area is 3.14 into radius into radius. So what is the answer? Area is, so this is the void function. So whatever is being displayed is done by the function itself, correct? What if I say int area? Now what does that mean? So if I try to do like this, return area, will it work? Area is, let's try this. Okay, let's try this. Can we have the function name and the variable name also same? Can we return a double and say type as integer? Let's try to investigate and research if all this is possible. Okay, let's try to take a class. Okay, new class, inheritance. Okay, return demo. So let's try to do that. Okay, these are separate methods, right? Okay, see, it's trying to. So can I have the function name same as the name of the, can I have the variable name same as name of the function name? Possible, right? So now can I call this area function from main? Yes, Shruti. Can I call area from here? At line number 6, can I call area? Yes. Who's saying yes, I can call? Can I call area? Then why is it showing an error message? Main is which method? Static method can only call what? Other static methods, right? So how did you say yes initially? Now I got the answer, correct? So you can have the function name and the variable name as same. Okay. Now if I say that I am calling a function area1 and I say return area. So what type of value will it return? Double. So if I say integer, it will not allow me. Why? Why will it not allow me? Because converting from double to integer is data loss, correct? So I have to do it explicitly then. I have to do it explicitly. Now it will allow me, right? So how will I call it? I will take into an integer answer, call area1, right or wrong? And I will sys out the answer then. Yes or no, guys? Are you all getting what I'm trying to show? I'll comment out this call. So I'll get only answer only once. Yes, correct? All good? And the decimal is truncated, correct? If I would have done like this, area rectangle, if I would have done like that, integer length equals to 5, comma breadth equals to 5, is it logically this is there any flaw in this initialization? Yes, no, maybe, or is it technically and logically all correct? Yes, anyone? Syntactically, technically, geometrically, everything good, or something is missing? Yes, Umar. So if I write over here double, now is it possible? What am I returning? But what is the return type over here? So do I how is it allowing me? So it is allowing. So it's a widening, right? So if I now call, if I want to call this, I'll enter double value, right? Double what? Result equals to call which function? Area rect, correct? And sys out what? Area of rectangle is, सही है? I comment out this. So what should be the answer? Any guesses? What will be the answer? 25.0, correct? Anything you observe geometrically is incorrect, Umar? So geometrically says something problem. Answer will be 25.0, correct? Answer will be 25.0. Is correct. A shape with the length and breadth as same is called as a circle. Is called as a square. It's called as a square. So if it's a rectangle, the length and breadth should be different, right? Okay. So whatever you are returning, you should respect that. So when I say void means do not return anything. When I say integer, you have to return an integer. If it is a double, you have to convert into an integer and then return. Correct? If you are returning double and you return an integer, it will allow because widening is implicitly done. Correct? So now, if this example is understood by y'all, okay, if this example is understood by y'all, let's come to the second demo. So if I in the main, if in the main or here, if I write a function void get, now what are the classes hierarchy we have? So if I want a Persian cat, what is the function name? Get Persian cat. So what type of value will this function return to me? But I'm saying get Persian cat. So it should technically give me a Persian cat. So what is the return type of this function now? Why have I written static over here? Because I'll be calling it from me. Correct? So when I say get Persian cat, what is it supposed to give me? Object of which class? So I will say now can I return PC? So this object will now come to over here. Yes or no? Who's understood this question, this diagram till here, this program? I'm calling which function? So what type of value am I expected from this function? So I make an object of that and I then return that and it holds over here, correct? Give any name. So now if I do result dot eat, what will it tell me? So we had done over here, right? In animal we have how many methods? Only one. What was that? Only one method that was, right? That was animal sleeping, correct? Then how many method did we have in the cat one? So only one method, right? You all got this, right? I'll delete this. So how many methods are there now in this class? In the cat class, sleep and eat, correct? And then in the Persian cat, how many methods? Now how many? Okay. So now here I have made object. This function is returning me object of which class? Persian cat. So with Persian cat I can call how many functions? Result dot eat dot sleep dot all possible, correct? All possible. Okay. Now if I say cat, now now see this function is returning value of what type? Returning value of what type? Cat. So if the return type is cat, you can return anything of cat or of its children. So can the cat return type return Persian cat? Yes, possible, right? So what is happening over here now? What is this going to return you? But here I am saying it is returning me of type of what? Cat. And here what is the reference? So I should have taken over here what? Cat over here. But has cat given us run? So we cannot call that method. See, I'll just try to come again. I'll try to come again now. See, when I say return type as the parent, so you can return anything of the parent or so can I return a cat object over here? Yes or no? So here I have to take a cat object then, and cat has only how many methods? Which are they? Eat and sleep. Okay, good. But when I say return type as cat, I can return anything from the cat or anything from its children. Okay. So can the cat return type function return Persian cat? Can the cat function return a cat? Yes or no? Okay. Can a cat return a Persian cat? Okay. Now try to understand. Now try to understand this. What type of value is this function returning? Cat type. So this will be always new and this type. So the it will always be what? New and the return type object. New function return type. Function return type. Understand this, okay? This is a bit slippery. What type of object is this function returning? Cat. So I could have written cat result one equals to new cat. Will it allow me? Allowed, right? Which you have been doing all this while. Student S1 is new student. So I do not hard code this new cat. Rather, I take it from the function. So this Persian cat is giving me object of what type? So when I call a function, it is as if I'm making a new, and what is the return type over here? So it is writing new function return type. So it is as good as writing new cat. Correct? When a function returns a parent, you can return anything of that class or any of its children. Okay? So if the function returns Kapoor, then you can return Prithviraj Kapoor, Raj Kapoor, any of his sons, or anything from that hierarchy, correct? But that person should be a Kapoor, correct? So if the return type is Kapoor, can it return new Ranbir Kapoor? Yes or no? But can it return new Shah Rukh Khan? No, because Shah Rukh Khan doesn't fall under the umbrella of Kapoor, right? So if a function is returning any object, that object can be of that class or any of its children classes, right? So when I say cat, I can return new cat. When I say cat, can I return new Persian cat? Yeah, this is what I wanted to show. This is what I wanted to show. Correct? But now what is the return type of this function? Cat. So this will be equivalent to writing what? New Persian cat or new cat? Yes, new return type. New, what is the return type? Cat. So can cat reference point to cat object? Possible, right? Okay. If this was returning new cat, now what is happening over here? Cat. So how will you read this now? How will you read this? Reference is cat result equals to new. What is the return type? Possible. Okay. And then which methods can we call? Sleep and eat, right? Okay, very good. Now if I try to write new Persian cat. Now, now how will you read this line? Cat result equals to new. Yes, return type will be cat. So now which all objects can we call? Which all methods can we call? Can we call over here run? See, it's not allowing me to call run. Is it allowing me to call run? Because the object is of what type? Type cat. Even though it is a Persian cat, but it is giving me type of what type? Now, if I want to call the run method, what will I do? Yes, we will return the object of Persian tag. Okay. Now, is C new C possible? Yes, no, maybe possible. Is P new P possible? Possible. Is P new C possible? Possible. But is the vice versa? Someone asked a question, right? Is it possible? Okay. You cannot, a child class reference cannot point to parent class object. Okay. Can the son drive his own car? Okay. Can the father drive his car? Can father drive son's car? Okay. But can son drive father's car? No. Can son drive father car? No. Okay. Father car is expensive. It is costly. So the son will not dare to drive father's car. This is not allowed. Okay. So here, what type of object are we returning? Cat. What type of reference this is? So it is cat result is new cat. Correct. Now if I want to call the run method and if I do call Persian cat. Now how will you read this line? Possible. Now the object is of which class? So now can I call the run method? Yes or no? Yes. Object is of where? Person, but the reference is of which one? Cat. So did cat give the did cat give person cat the run method? So will I call run now? Not possible, right? Not possible because the reference is of result. So you can only call those method which the parent has given, correct? So now if I want to call the run, what should I do? Change the reference to person. Getting it? Now it will allow me to call the run method. Yes or no? So how will you read this person class? Correct? This is you read as person class is pointing to new person cat. Correct? So this we will call as what? CC new C. Correct? This we will call as PP new C. This we will call as PP new P. Correct? Now tell me if I make this as cat. If I make this as if I remove the person, now will it be allowed or will it cause some problem? If I remove this person, if I delete the person, yeah, so it cause a problem. See, as I was saying, it causes a problem. Why? Because your reference is of which class? How will you read this as? Person reference is pointing to new of the return type. What is the new return type? Yeah. So what is this? This is what? CC new P. So can the child drive the car of the father? So that is why it is showing an error over here. That is why it is showing a error over here. This is not possible. So now what do I have to do? Change the reference to cat, right? So if I change the reference to cat, this error will be fixed. But error will then come at if I fix this by changing this to cat, this error will be fixed. But the issue will come then at run because then the reference is of cat and run method is not inherited from the cat. Getting it, guys? The inside delicate. You have to be very careful while you are playing around with inheritance. So you have to understand till the depth of inheritance how it works, and this is mutual for all the programming languages, all the OOPS programming languages. Okay, so even if you get opportunity to work in C Sharp.net or Python or PHP, the concept remains the same. So what was today's concept is if you are returning a type of object, the return type can be that object or any of its parent. Okay, but when you take it into the reference, you have to be sure that the return type will be always calculated with the return type of the function, not of the object. So here this will be as what new cat or new Persian cat. This will be treated as new cat or new Persian cat. New cat. So the return type will always be of this. The object will always be of the return type. So new return type. Getting it? Okay. So you all can paste this code onto chat GPT and then ask chat GPT what is this topic known as. Okay, so pp new c code, if you paste this code into chat GPT, it will say this is known as, yes, there might be some technical names, there might be some technical names also for it. Okay, so they might give you some technical names which you can put in your vocabulary. So far so good. So return type can be of that class or any of its child class also.